So, today we're going to dive into one of the most incredible, most mind bending ideas from ancient philosophy. It comes from a text called the Avatamsaka Sutra. And trust me, this isn't just a story, it's a journey into the very fabric of reality itself.
Just think about that for a second. What if you could actually experience everything, the entire universe, all of time, every single possibility, without ever leaving one spot? I mean, it sounds completely impossible, right? But what if I told you there's an ancient text that presents this not as some fantasy, but as a direct, achievable experience of reality?
All right, so our story kicks off with a young seeker. His name is Sudana. He shows up at this mysterious tower that belongs to a great master, Maitreya, and he has just one simple request. He wants to see what's inside.
And what happens next is so simple, it's profound. Sudana asks to come in. The master, Maitreya, just snaps his fingers. That's it. And with that one tiny sound, the doors swing open and reveal a space that just completely defies logic. It's a room that contains countless other rooms where literally everything exists all at once without bumping into anything else. Now, what's going on here isn't just some magic trick. It's actually a really deep philosophical concept, and it has a pretty cool name, the holographic principle. The core idea is that any single part of the universe actually contains all the information of the entire universe. So that one room, it's not just a room. It's like a keyhole to everything. This line from the sutra just sums it up perfectly. It's not about traveling from point A to point B. It's about realizing that point A and point B and every other point in existence, they're all already present right where you are right now. To put this into a more modern language, think of it like this. Sadhana hasn't just walked into a building. He stepped inside a kind of consciousness reality rendering engine. The room isn't a static place. It's an interface, one that can display the entire source code of the universe. So what does Sadhana actually see inside this reality engine? It's not just a bunch of empty infinite spaces. No, he witnesses something way more profound. He sees the complete data stream of the Master Maitreya's entire existence across all of time. And he sees it all at the same time. I mean, the very first moment Maitreya decided to seek enlightenment, every single lifetime of practice and struggle, the exact moment of his final breakthrough into Buddhahood. And then, get this, countless versions of himself showing up as gods, as kings, as demons, as doctors, whatever form was needed to help others in every corner of existence. It is just a staggering, totally overwhelming vision. A really good way to wrap your head around this is to think of a bodhisattva, that's an enlightened being, as a kind of conscious, multi-threaded processor that's running countless programs in parallel. It's like the ultimate fusion, the raw processing power of an advanced AI, but guided by infinite compassion and wisdom. Okay, so Sudana is completely immersed in this spectacular, infinite vision. He's literally witnessing the blueprint of enlightenment itself. But just as he's taking it all in, the story takes a sharp, and I mean dramatic, turn. Maitreya snaps his fingers again, and just like that, it all vanishes. The infinite rooms, the countless lifetimes, the entire vision of the universe, gone. Sudana is just standing there, right back where he started, and the master just looks at him and asks, "So, where did all that go?" And this is Maitreya's answer. This is the punchline. He explains that everything Sudana just saw, it was like a dream, an illusion. The experience itself was absolutely real, but its substance, its form, it was all just a projection. And this right here, this brings us to the core lesson of the whole thing. I mean, what's the point? Why show someone the infinite nature of reality only to pull the rug out from under them and say, "Oh, by the way, none of that was really real"? Well, here's the beautiful paradox. The goal isn't to deny reality or check out. It's the exact opposite. It's to experience life fully. Every bit of joy, every bit of pain, every success, every failure. While at the same time understanding that it's all a kind of temporary rendering. You participate in the dream, but you don't mistake it for some solid permanent thing. You experience everything, but you attach to nothing. So this isn't just some abstract philosophy, right? The source material actually frames it as a practical upgrade for our own mental operating system. So the real question is, how do we install this profound idea into our day-to-day lives?
But we can break this upgrade down into 4 layers. First, on a cognitive level, you start to see life's events as these renderings, not as solid, fixed realities. Behaviorally, this means you can play all the different roles life asks of you, parent, worker, friend, without being totally defined by them. As a practice, it's about learning to experience things fully, but also to let them go freely. And ultimately, it's about finding your purpose inside a much grander system, a system of compassion.
This quote really is the ultimate summary. It's the operating principle of an awakened mind. To have the capacity to see it all, to feel it all, to even become whatever is needed in a given moment, all while remaining completely free from getting stuck on any single part of it.
And so, that leaves us with one final, pretty provocative question. If our life, if our reality, is in some sense a grand performance, a kind of dream or a rendering, then we aren't just the audience, we're the actors. So the question to take away from all this is, what role are you going to consciously choose to play?